I'm Meagles.
And I'm Chucktown.
And we're here live in Chicago, Illinois to watch the Windy City Wildfire take on the Madison Radicals again.
Slover with the disc on the forehand side. And AJ underneath gets D'd by Tyler Glenn. So Glenn is establishing himself as the alpha on the field right now. All during the games today and tomorrow. So feel free to let us know if we make a mistake or if you have a question. For example, when we were watching the Toronto Rush game. Oh, here's a deep shot. Treewise tracking it well. Wow, what a shot.
Forehand huck in between a tight alley.
Oh, wow, and a foot block by Bob Lou. Right when they needed it. Great play by Bob, and the around is there to Cullen. And they make sure of that one. So Bob Lou gets it back for his team, and they are at 4-8. They needed an upwinder. So Madison bringing in their starting O-line team, getting ready to try to punch in an upwinder here.
And Chucktown, it appears as though we have gotten the question again. NBC asks, it's hard to tell online. Who is the best looking Madison Radical player aside from Tim DeBile?
Interesting. Meagles? And good defensive pressure here. Brody's completely poaching number 9, Wilson. Big shot to the end zone, though. It's Wiseman against KK one more time. And the throw just, wow, nice read by Wiseman.
Yeah.
Takes the perfect line to the disc. The throw kind of pops up. And a nice inside-out backhand break by Tom Annan. And Wiseman open under one more time, steps in and gets the backhand away to Scott Riggles, who's got height and speed and a goal. So 13-9 Madison. And an awkward fall by Nate Volkman, crowd calling for a travel. And an air bounce backhand that looked like it almost hit the ground. Nice throw to space by Annan.
And that is
and
good.
2 defenders draped all over him. The catch is made nonetheless. Check out this dime from Tom Annan. I believe it was Tom Annan, right? So I believe, let's see, Andrew Brown resets. And you can see the disc was up. And now Annan just turns and fires this absolutely beautiful flick out to space away from the 2 defenders. Goose sees this goes up and immediately starts to close. And there's just no time. It's such a tight throw with such a short windup. As a defender, you really have no time to react to this. And we are just under 10 seconds left. And Madison has done the possible and pulled the upset here at Lane Tech Stadium in Chicago, upsetting the 1 seed out of the Midwest Division, the Windy City Wildfire, and moving easily into the final tomorrow to play for the $25,000 in the AUDL Championship.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meagles.
And I'm Chucktown.
And we are back to watch the Toronto Rush take on the New York Empire.
Here we see the big pull from Toronto. Nice shape on this pull. It's going to be right dead center with good hang time. And that's Joe Santosis. And the deep shot. 2 receivers in the area. And that is a goal. So a great read, awesome deep shot by number 22, Jack Marsh. Steps inside, drives that backhand to the end zone, and Taylor Brooks gets position and goes up and catches it. So here you can see what we're talking about with Jack Marsh. He sees position for his receivers, steps around the mark, and just rips a backhand upwind. And just a tight throw, steps way out. Dantosis looking around to Jack Marsh, and let's see what opens up downfield. Deep shot is there, and he winds and delivers. This one's got a little bit of air on it, and a huge layout D by number 21. That's Jeff Powell.
That was amazing. We will definitely have to see that one again. If that one doesn't make the top 10 after this game, I'll eat my hat.
Jeff Powell closes, gets his shoulders inside, and just leaves nothing to chance. Lu Wang looking for the break around. Nice catch, and gives it right back to Lu Wang to set up the away. Taylor Brooks gets it and releases one deep. Wow, and a huge D by Lloyd. Outstanding play off the backside, trailing away. He gets the D.
That was incredible.
I didn't even think he saw that disc, and he comes all the way around and D's it without fouling. That's incredible, incredible defense. Reyna with the disc, throwing out to space. Big bid by Drost, the leading defender. And he gets the D on the mark afterwards. Incredible reaction by Drost. And just like that, lime green mohawk to the end zone. You know what the fans want. It's Porter Bishop time, if that's his name. And Lindquist with a little dish pass around back to Jones. Now Phil Watanabe winds and delivers a backhand around. Drost with the bid, but no avail. It is a goal. So Toronto finds a way to carve up that backhand sideline. Very tight little margins and just little dinky kind of break passes to get around the mark, and they score a goal. Jake Saunders tweeted, "Don't spike the disc, hashtag AUDL." Jake, why? I personally think spiking is fantastic. Another interesting question, do you have fan options to rent earpieces a la USA Ultimate? That's interesting. All right, so the poll is underway. Jake Sanders says he doesn't like spiking the disc because it warps the disc. Okay. Jack Marsh underneath, steps around and delivers a flick. His flicks seem to be floating a bit on him, but this one works out great. The downwind floaty huck is a lot easier to deal with than the upwind floaty huck, and that one drops in perfectly for Taylor Brooks. So you see Jack Marsh getting it underneath, and it's kind of interesting. He's a guy who can release the flick from a lot of different locations, and so I think Lloyd was trying to take away this huck, and Marsh just adjusted his release point up to almost shoulder height for that huck and was still able to generate plenty of power. Some guys cannot do that. Some guys are a lot easier to mark than Jack. Because you know, if you get your hand low enough, you're gonna cause problems. So I guess I'm in the minority here. And a big shot deep, tight angle to throw to. CJ Willett with a big layout D. And he gets in front of the bigger receiver, Isaiah Masekeli, and we've seen Isaiah catch discs just like this one against this kind of pressure, but this time CJ Willett just comes hard to the disc, gets on the inside track here and makes a great D. So let's watch him set this up. He's tracking it all the way, gets the inside position and a full layout. So out of the double team, a quick reset to Bucky, back to Santosis. And here's Aaron Bell. You can see the defensive intensity picked up a little bit out of that timeout. Toronto knows if they get a block here that this is a big momentum point. If they get within two, big shot deep. Jack Marsh on the backside, misplays it, and a huge layout off the backside from Hussein Carnegie. He has come to play, and this sideline erupts.
Out of nowhere. We have to see that again. That was absolutely incredible.
So CJ Willett winds and delivers to Jack Marsh. Not sure what happened on the spit. He just kind of misplayed it. And a huge layout from Hussein Carnegie. This guy is for real.
Pulling it back to just a 2-point lead. The New York Empire not giving up at all.
So nice D by Jeff Powell to somehow, some way keep Jack Marsh's hand off the disc. But like we've said, yeah, option two, off the backside. We've seen that over and over again from New York. They're all coming and crashing the disc. So quick backhand break. Jack Marsh on the mark and a big outside in flick huck, little shoulder to get position and a big catch for the rush. Absolutely incredible. Used his shoulders to get position and then laid out to make sure that was Jeff Powell with an outstanding catch. And Toronto is turning on the pressure here. Michael Jones gets it around, and one more time for the goal. And Toronto goes on a run and pulls ahead by 5 with 3 minutes to go. And it is not looking good for New York right now.
And that was Eric Blanchard with the catch just there. A 27-year-old, 5'7", one of the few people on Toronto Rush who is not over the 6 foot mark. All the same, I think that's the first we've seen of Eric Blanchard today. Just again proving that Toronto can put any 7 on the line and expect good things from them.
Look at that incredible catch. So this Huck trailing left and just a little bit of bump there. Just looked like incidental contact, might have been on purpose, but not enough to really blow the whistle, I don't think. Gets position, makes the catch, and then moments later, the big goal to go up 5, Toronto. So here's a roller, and 5 seconds left. And that will be it. So an absolutely outstanding game to watch. Lots of big Ds and 2 teams that were really playing their hearts out. You got to tip your cap to this New York team. They came out, were not expected to win, 1,000 miles from home, and they just came out and really played their hearts out, just like Mr. Canetti said.
All right, moments away from the start of the game. Chuckdown, I think now's an appropriate time to talk about our pregame predictions that we talked about just a few days ago. Chuck, why don't you remind the folks at home who you picked to win this game?
I had Madison winning this game. We both got yesterday correct. We both picked Toronto and Madison in the final. I've got Madison winning. Meagles picked Toronto. The reason I picked Madison is because I think their zone is going to cause some problems. I think Toronto relies on breaking the mark, and I think this junk set is going to be harder for them to break. They're going to have to hit the over-the-tops, and if they can't do that, it's not going to work out too well for them, I don't think. And Big Huck goes up. Wow. What an incredible D, and the deflection is caught by Ricky Seto. Great bid by Shreewise. And a nice over-the-top dish. Wiseman playing the wind correctly there. And Annan steps and throws a big outside-in backhand. What an accurate thrower Tom Annan is. He's just so dialed. Yearwood now against the trap. Resets to Thompson McKnight. Now all the way on the sideline. Let's see what he can do. Tries to step through. Good job by Madison to keep it on the sideline. Wow, and to stop that step through without fouling. Very difficult to do that. And again, a throw to space. And Tyler Glenn misplays it. Nice reaction by Mark Lloyd to come from the far side of the field and make the play. Still, Madison got exactly what they were looking for on both of those possessions. They got to be happy with that if you're Tim DeBile.
Absolutely. In that play, throws over the top, they were 1-1 in terms of getting the D. I'm sure they're going to be throwing that zone many times more. 50% chance of getting the disc back, not bad at all.
Just like the teams in the finals, you go further with Ford, a proud partner of the AUDL Championship Weekend. Ford, go further.
And yeah, you can see Tyler Glenn sort of playing the man a little bit instead of the disc. And a big swing around. What a tough throw, but that's one Andrew makes all the time. Big deep shot is there, out to space, and well read again by Coolidge. He is playing those discs really, really intelligently.
With some very intense pressure on his backside.
I'll say. Hashtag jokes. He's had a couple of those outside-in backhands that going in that direction catch the wind. Very hard to read. So you can see the wind is kicking left to right here on your screen. You can see it hurries up and tails away from him. Yeah, it's been really fun to watch. Great offenses respond to really great defensive pressure. Nice D in the lane there. Swain shutting down Lindquist. Lloyd with the disc now and throws it out to space. Interesting choice, and look at the great touch on that throw. What a difficult throw to get control of, and Lloyd drops it in there like it's nothing to Cam Harris, number 91, for the goal. I'm afraid you were right, Meagles. Toronto does not seem to mind at all being in these close games, and they rise to the challenge, at least so far.
Well, I'm also really impressed with the play on the part of the Madison Radicals. All year, I think they've had the tendency to play down to their opponents. Obviously, fighting hard enough to find themselves in the finals, but I've never seen them look like this, and this is quite impressive.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for the Madison ultimate culture. Shreewise with the disc, resets. I really like watching Anna with the disc. And Wiseman airs it out. Wow, what a great angle. Shreewise open deep with the full horizontal layout, making sure. And Shreewise is just torching the defenders downfield right now.
That was amazing. Man, everyone cheering for that one. So pretty. It doesn't matter what colors you're wearing. You can't help but love layouts like that.
Watch Shreewise setting it up. Why not match the height of the disc and go make the play? Well played by Shreewise. He has really been trouble downfield. Never stops cutting. I can imagine a lot of guys say he's
Humorous. Or did you just practice technique, not damaging the disc?
We did both. We didn't really have a judging panel or anything, but mandatory spiking. Lloyd with a deep shot. I don't know how he drops these in that way. He throws these inside outs that go up and come down. Perfect throw to Yearwood. And if you're the defender, you got to be scratching your head. That is a straight away cut, the exact kind of shape that's very difficult to throw to. And Lloyd somehow throws these inside out flicks that in the wind stay straight and go up and come down. And I've really never seen throws like that.
Yeah, Chuck, he's good.
Yeah, a lot of people question went out who was the first half MVP. Quite a few people said Mark Lloyd. It's hard to disagree. Wow, another great play by Shreewise. So balanced. And look at how low he gets and delivers that disc. He really has great balance, cutting and throwing. And look at this throw to space. Tom Annan just absolutely creates opportunities that no one else would. Just an outstanding weekend from him. This is essentially a cutter who's clearing downfield. But when you've got Tom Annan with the disc, hey, maybe you're actually cutting for a goal.
Yeah, Tom Annan doesn't care. He'll put it to you.
Yeah, Andrew Brown just getting out of the way, and then all of a sudden he's catching a goal wide open. And here you see that great play by Shreewise, and watch him drop. He had a subsequent break there that we didn't see. And watch, yeah, here's Annan just threading the needle. Tough reset here for Madison. And Annan steps around and delivers a bullet to Mike Swain. And now Swain turns and goes. Horgan laboring, number 53, seems to be favoring that right or maybe left knee, not sure. But Swain making sure to run. Swain bumps into Horgan. Horgan does not mind the contact, if you'll recall earlier. Took a shoulder from Coolidge, and the shot goes up deep. Kevin Brown in the area, well played in the air by Mark Lloyd.
Yeah.
Reset to Nelson. He gets it around to Wiseman, who winds and delivers a beautiful deep shot to Riggles. And Riggles bobbles it but pulls it in. Izzy gets it down the line. And the shot towards the end zone. Lloyd is moving away. A big bid, however, by Madison, and he is in. That's the first time I've seen somebody really hang with and even close on Lloyd. However, Kevin Pettit-Scantling unable to get the D despite going completely horizontal. You really don't want to give Lloyd a step deep, and he made that mistake. Look at this bid, however. And Lloyd makes sure not to cleat him. Madison coming down, looking to generate a turn. Izzy gets it underneath. And Tyler Glenn gets a piece on that backhand. Still complete, however. And Lloyd gets it underneath and drives one deep to Izzy. Tyler Glenn way off. and will not be able to recover. What an outstanding throw from Lloyd. He caught and delivered the deep shot all within one motion.
And just a reminder, that is the upwind throw. I don't know about you, Chuck. I will vote for Mark Lloyd for Prime Minister.
Yeah, he could prime. Scuba over the top is caught. And Isaiah Massett-Kelly steps around and completes. And the swing to Yearwood. This is all but over. Steve Armitage makes the catch. And that should do it. Yearwood's got the disc and can hold it for the championship. The Toronto Rush complete their undefeated season, and they are the 2013 AUDL champions.
What an incredible game, Chucktown. I really did not expect this effort from both teams.